Francis is urging Christians in the Middle East to remain in the land of Christ's birthplace, despite the horrific attacks they face from radical ISIS extremists. The Pope said in a Christmas letter that he hopes to visit in person, but that for now he wants to write to provide words of comfort and solidarity. Tony Perkins is president of the Family Research Council. Tony, good to see you.
Good evening, Shannon. How are you?
I'm very good. I want to ask you about this letter. I mean, it's very poignant. You can hear that the Pope is sympathizing, he's empathizing with these folks who are under relentless attack, paying with their lives, the lives of their loved ones, but encouraging them that it's important their presence just be there and to stay there in that important birthplace of Christianity, many say.
Well, you're right, Shannon. If you think about it, this is where the oldest continuous Christian communities have existed. Some of Jesus' own disciples, two of them, took the gospel to this region. Paul made some of his journeys, missionary journeys down here. So yes, this is important. It's a very strategic place for Christianity. And what's happening there, as most of the world prepares to celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, you have Christians in Iraq that are not unlike Mary and Joseph, who had to flee from the brutality of Herod with Jesus in Egypt. The brutality of ISIS and what they are doing to Christians in that region of the world is indescribable.
And some people are calling it, Tony, a genocide. They say literally Christians are being extinguished. There are countries where you can't even detect any level of the population as those who are openly professing Christians. They're being completely wiped out.
Well, we shouldn't be surprised. ISIS has said that's what they want to do. They want to eradicate not just Christians, but other religious minorities, and they're systematically doing it. The Yazidis, the Christians, and they have said that. But yet, the United States, the United Nations have refused to acknowledge what's going on there. It is genocide. There is an attempt to eradicate and cleanse, in their terms, the area of Christianity. They're going through now in these churches, some of the oldest churches in Christendom. They're looting them. They're taking the artifacts, the relics that are there, and they're selling them on the black market and turning these churches into prisons and torture chambers where they're torturing some of the remaining Christians.
You know, the Pope says in his letter that it is important that Christians be there and be a part of the conversation with other denominations, with other religions. He says being there, you are like the leaven in the dough, and you can make a difference by staying there and trying to be a part of the conversation. And he says in this, reminding your Muslim brothers and sisters that Islam, he says, at its root is a religion of peace.
Well, Shannon, I mean, I think I'd have to take issue with that. We're not seeing a peaceful demonstration of Islam there in the Middle East. But here, I agree with the Pope's words that it's very important that Christians remain in that area. However, it's one thing to say that from our positions of safety, be it here in the United States or be it in Rome. It takes more than that. The United States, the United Nations, the world community needs to stand with the Christians in Iraq and the other religious minorities who are being systematically murdered. Women, children, including men, are being killed there. But the brutality toward women and children is, I've talked to some hardened warriors that have seen a lot in their lifetimes, who have been there in Iraq and have said what they have seen and what they have heard of is beyond description. And we need to be standing with them. In fact, I would challenge, Shannon, Christians across this nation as we move into Christmas to be praying for the Christians there and to encourage our government to be like the wise men and to stand with them as they are forced to flee their countries.
Absolutely. Well, we all have an obligation to remember. Tony Perkins, thank you so much for helping us to highlight this issue. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you, Shannon. Merry Christmas to you.